kitchen with Miss Allison Davis, our chef extraordinaire with Midday, Kentucky.
Well, yeah, and you're my partner in crime now.
I am your partner in crime, aren't I? And I love it because I actually get to learn how to do all the ins and outs of cooking and, you know, slicing and dicing and mixing, and I love it. Now, what are we doing this week? What's on the agenda?
That you said that. I just love teaching. I love, you know, your enthusiasm in the kitchen and that you're learning, and that's just what my passion is about. Is anybody that's open ears and wants to learn about cooking and wants to learn about, you know, different ways to prepare even classic dishes, which is something that we're doing today.
Right.
But this whole week I'm just focusing in on just clean, fresh summer like lunches, sides, snacks, just things that we can pick up, we can prepare on the go that are still homemade, but not gonna make us a slave in the kitchen and keep us, you know, tied up. And so today, this is a little variation of a classic caprese salad. And the caprese is known for just being a combination of tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil. But we're going to add to that some avocado and do a little sweetened balsamic glaze. So,
and you mentioned tomatoes. Now, what are the popular tomatoes right now at this time of year?
Well, we're going to be getting into tomato season, and I like just, you know, vine ripened tomatoes, but I also, just because I love the color variation and the textures, I get an heirloom variety of your cherry tomatoes. So you've got a little gold, orange, you know, even the little more purple, like plum tomatoes. So just a combination of those, and then dice up some Roma tomatoes as well.
And that just adds a little bit of color, a little bit of flair to the salad. Perfect.
So in addition to that, we're going to do a little bit of what's called a basil chiffonade, and that is just a word, a fancy word, French word in the kitchen for a certain knife skill or cut. So when you have basil leaves, you typically will just stack them up, and then you're just going to kind of roll those together. And then you're going to do these nice little thin strips, little thin slices.
Very nice.
And then that gives us these little ribbon-like cuts, and that is what we're gonna toss in with the tomatoes and the basil, or tomatoes and the mozzarella, and so that just kind of blends in there really well, and it doesn't bruise the basil.
Great.
So, in addition to that, I'm just going to cut up a little avocado. And that's going to go in with our salad. This is going to just add that nice fat, just the natural fat that we need. And I think it brings another great texture into the salad as well.
I love avocados.
And I think you've got a spoon, am I right?
Yes, I do.
So if you notice, as far as like just prepping the avocado, I typically will just take the pit out and then I score it in the shell, so that way I don't get the avocado all over my hands. And you can just feel that with your knife and just kind of score that, and then now it's ready to be just like scooped right out.
Can I just put it in the bowl for you?
Yeah, you can put it in the bowl there. And then all we're going to do is basically just kind of layer this in the bowl, more like you would a Cobb salad. But in addition to that, we're going to sweeten up and do a little bit of a vinaigrette. Basically, it's just balsamic, but if your balsamic is a little bit tart, I'm going to add a bit of honey to this and just some chopped garlic and salt and pepper. And that's it. So that we're going to just assemble this guy up, and we are going to be good to go. So it's really, of course I don't measure, it's to taste, but it's really just to sweeten the vinegar up a bit. And then some salt, some pepper, and then if you want, it's totally optional, but I like a little bit of chopped garlic. And garlic in your salad is also a great way to just kind of slide that raw garlic into your diet without just eating garlic raw, which we're told we're supposed to do, but who's going to pick up a clove of garlic and eat it, right? But it's a great way to sneak it into your salad.
Well, you know, and it would, boy, people would probably stay about 10 feet away if you were doing that anyway.
Yeah, you might need some mint after that too.
Well, this is wonderful, and I love adding the honey to the balsamic. That is fantastic. So you just throw it all in the bowl. And it's
so what we're going to do at this point is just assemble this guy, and then it is good to go. So again, another one of those just simple classics that can be ready in a matter of minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This looks fantastic. I can't wait to dig into it. And if you want this recipe and many other recipes, go to our website at WTVQ.com/Midday Kentucky. Go to the recipes tab, or you can go to Allison's website at wildtimecooking.com. And other than that, let's dig in, and we'll be right back right after this short break.